It's time. We are cracking a play booster of Edge of Eternities. Let's dive right into this. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Joey Moss. Bad Boy Gaming. These are going for $145 right now. A lot of people said the collector box is too expensive, so they're like, nah. I'm not cracking any, Joey. And you know what? Magic the Gathering is more expensive than drugs. This is a fact. So if you're thinking about getting into Magic and being competitive, you better have a good job, you know? All right, so we're going to slow play a little bit. The first two packs, just so you guys get a good feel for the common and uncommons. Cerebral Download, there you go. Timeline Cooler, Emissary, Escort. Pretty neat. Shattered Wings. I'm interested to see the lands, how often they pop up. That's one thing I'd like to explore here. How's everyone doing? Are you having a super duper good time? I hope you are. I hope everything's going your way in life. If it's not, well, shit, man. This shit happens and it sucks. That is true, though. Can't always get what you want, but you can get what you need. Shawn Michaels. I like that. I like that. He's a bomb, man. All right, here we go. Mouth fell. And there is the old lab ship. I think spacecrafts are interesting. What are your thoughts on the spacecrafts? I'm not 100% how they work. Because I haven't played with them yet. I would assume they're just similar to planeswalkers, but with a twist, you know, with that station thing. And that's probably the only difference, right? You can still attack them and all that good stuff. Yeah. Technique biotech specialist. All right. He's an insect scientist. I've done seen it all, man. I've done seen it all. I have. All right, moving on. Now, just when I think I've seen it all in Magic, they drop something new on us that just is mind-boggling. What the heck is even that? And being an old school player, I'm gonna tell you, man. Since I've been around this game, I think I got in it in '96, I believe. I want to say 1996, because Ice Age was out, you know, and that was the first set I started playing in. What was your first set, by the way? Mine was Ice Age. I remember getting a starter deck from a local game store that's no longer there. Can't remember the name of that place for the life of me, but yeah, in Parma Heights, Ohio, whatever it was called. But yeah, shout out Ground Zero. That's who I'm opening all this for. This is not for me, guys. I don't get to keep these. That was nice to see a Plains. That's full art, you know. That's kind of cool. But yeah, my first set was way back in Ice Age. There you go, Power Depot. So we got one. One's cool. Nice, the old frigate. All right, an Edge Rover. Sweet. But because I played back in the day, seeing spacecrafts and UFOs and you know, bunny rabbits and stuff, yeah, and fluffy things and things with purple hair, you know, it was all kind of whoa, what's going on here, you know? But I guess it's just a sign of the times. And if Magic's doing well, pumping out what they are, God of the Shrine, holla at your boy, then, I mean, good, right? Good for WotC, good for the game. That's what I care about. If it's good for the game. If it's good for the game, it's good for the gander. You know what I'm saying? One of those. So as long as it's good for the game, I have no qualms. Molecular Dauntless Scrapbot, and there's Reclaimer. But it was I was a little shell-shocked when they started doing this whole what do they call it? The multiverse, or what the heck do they call it? Universes Beyond, you know? And just hearing the kind of crap they're going to throw into packs and then sets. It's like every set became an unset in a sense, you know? And I didn't take to it too easily in the beginning. And I still hate on it a little bit. But I mean, change is not easy. You know, change is tough. You know, it's hard to deal with change. It really can be. I do be like that though sometimes on Gosh No Carp. Not a single Mythic. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? But yeah, man, change. Wow. I don't want to get into a philosophical little conversation here, but yeah, change can happen in the blink of an eye, and you either get with the program or you're left behind. That's change. So yeah, you got to roll with the punches, man. Coordinator. Well, we got the coordinator. Let's see what else we crack out of here. Orpalate. Now we're just trying to hit a mythic. I'm sure we're going to come across one very soon here. Entropic Battle Cruiser. Yeah, I mean, I think the spacecrafts are pretty neat. Not gonna lie. I think they're pretty neat. There's a foil. All right. Can we crack the Galaxy Foil lands? Can you get a Galaxy Foil out of these packs? That's another question. I mean, they almost seem like a dime a dozen in the collector boxes, but oh, there's one. I see her all the time. I really do, Sammy. I see Sammy all the time. We got first mythic. All right, remember $145. That's the market. That's the market price right now. This will probably drop to what, 120, maybe. I really don't know. I would like it to drop. I mean, I think we all would. Because when I started reading those comments in the collector box video, I can't. It's too expensive. It's too expensive for me too. I'm just opening these for Ground Zero in Strongsville. That's it. I'm not cracking these for my own personal use. I mean, if I could open there was a time. It didn't last too long, but yeah, I would get like myself a collector box here and there. I'd get myself like one collector box. I'd always get myself a draft box, of the newest set. It was always coming out of pocket, and I was always excited to open them. But man, I can't afford to open upon release like a $500, $600 Final Fantasy collector box. I just can't. If you can, congratulations. Usually that's something you want to split up. You and a few friends. There's another land, so we got the second land here. But yeah, Magic has become very, very expensive. Without a doubt. There's Pinnacle. All right. And I thought it was expensive back in the day. A booster box for $100 or, like 95, 90 bucks. Now the collector box is 300, 400, 500. Like they just found a way to just greatly increase the price of collector boxes. And people's like, yeah, there's no MSRP. Didn't they bring it back? I mean, it's like it really never went away. It was just, blowing hot air up like, people's butts that would fall for it. There's always been there's always a price to this stuff, guys. Because Wizards, they have to sell them to the distributor. The distributor sells them, to the, whoops, that doesn't go there. The distributor then sells them to the local game stores and whatnot, The Endstone, pretty cool. Rhymes with something. I don't know what, but it does rhyme with something. Rhymes with end zone. End zone and Endstone. I don't know. So, yeah, there's always been I guess they don't suggest it, but they're selling this in bulk amounts, pallets, to distributors, right? Hey, there you go. Deafening silence popped up out of nowhere. Check your commons, check your commons. There you have it. Okay. Deafening silence. That was nice to see that. Non-foil version. I didn't even know they made non-foils of that. I thought it was all foiled. See, that's what happens when you crack open a collector box first. Things get all warped. But yeah. So yeah. For these, what are they? The collector box is at $430 or $450 right now. It's pretty pricey, dudes. So what is just? I'm just gonna guess. Distributor is what, maybe paying. This is just all a guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. To be completely honest, Rudy's more the boy to talk to if he would give you, the honest answer to like what he pays. Not many people want to talk about money like that, at that level. But my guess. Let's just throw a guess out there. Edge of Eternities. If they're currently going for $450, right? I would assume distributors are probably getting them, mind you, they're purchasing huge amounts of bulk, pallets worth of this stuff, right? They're probably getting them for, let's say right now they're $450. Distributors might be getting them for $150 to $200. A guess. and then they go and sell it. They turn it and they sell it to the local game store, right? And the local game store, they're getting it for, my guess, I don't know, $250 to $300, right? Maybe. I don't know, somewhere in there. I don't know. I don't have answers. And if I did have the exact answer, I don't know if I wouldn't even talk about it. I don't even know if I would. But this is all a guess. There's breeding pool, hot dogs. We'll take it, baby. Not bad. Need more lands. There's Chapelaine. So there you have it. I mean, there is a chain, you know, that occurs. You know, this has to, like, this happens. This the warehouse sells to the distributor sells to the local game store. Yeah, and the prices just slowly, you know, trickle, because how much can you buy? And you know what's crazy? There's local game stores, they don't get it. Like, they might put in for 50 boxes. They might not get 50, you know? They might only get like 30. It's really weird, you know, allocation and all that shit works. Again, I don't have my own local game store. I don't know all the ins and outs of it. But it's like the MSRP really never went away. It's just, they just said that so they can increase the price, because they got to pay, right, more like, what, franchise fees or fees for the rights for some of these sets, like the Spider-Man and all that, you know, all that stuff. They gotta pay someone, you know. What was it, Universal Studio, whoever makes, you know, Marvel, whatever the case may be. It's got to come somewhere. They got to pay the artists, the paper it's printed on, you know, like the shipping, the boxes, the store, the lights, the warehouse, you know, the employees. I mean, there's a lot that goes into this. There really, really is. But maybe it's becoming too expensive, you know. Or maybe Wizards is just becoming too damn greedy. That was a meteor crater. Pretty cool. Maybe WotC's just becoming too greedy. It really could be that. This was a fun little opening, though. If you enjoyed it, let me know, man. Let me know. Light up them comments. If you didn't enjoy it, what did you not like about it? And what did you like? How about that? I'm not even trying to pronounce that. We'll forget about it. We'll forget about that. 3 packs to go. Cool that we cracked that deafening silence. Still, I have not opened the big kahuna yet. The big land. Ooh, finally, that's my first planeswalker. Yeah, there we go. Tezzeret, Cruel Captain. Hot freaking dogs, man. 3-drop planeswalker. He's gonna go places. I think he's already worth a pretty penny, so he's up there. Nice hit. A whammy. All right, 2 more packs, and we're done with this. Definitely check out some of the other videos, like the pre-release was pretty interesting. And also the other collector box, the part 2 of the collector opening. And stay tuned for more to come, man. More fun stuff to come. There we go. What's in our last pack? Cosmic Goyf. Cool to see that. You know, just the Goyfs. The Goyfs are back. The Goyfs are back in town, back in town. There's Gilded by Light. All right. Appreciate you guys tuning into this. I'm Joey Moss, Bad Boy Gaming. Get out of here, skadoosh.